This video is sponsored by Brightside Health, offering personalized online therapy and medication for anxiety and depression. Check out the link in the description to get started. The Sigma male is a popular term used in masculinist subcultures to represent an introverted alpha male. And although it is formally not considered to be the part of the socio-sexual hierarchy by many, the idea of this silent but active and capable male is becoming more and more popular. Throughout human history, the people who rose to power and gained massive influence were mostly aggressive alpha male, who would influence and conquer using great verbal influence and a bold approach. However, in our current democratic and technologically advanced era, bold approaches are not only for the most part ineffective, but they can also be dangerous. The Sigma male approach seems to be more suitable, effective, and long-lasting in establishing a power base. Both the term and the archetype are clouded with mystery, which is why it can be difficult to clearly explain what a true Sigma male or female is supposed to be. And people also mistake it for the silent Omega male, which is a different archetype. The comparisons of the Sigma male, Alpha male, and Omega male will be made towards the end of this video. But here I will make an attempt to uncloud this mystery and discuss a few examples that will help us get a good understanding of the Sigma. The lone wolf example. The best way to represent the Sigma male archetype is the animal wolf. Wolf has been considered as the national animal in Turkish and Mongolian cultures for centuries. Some of the inherent qualities of this animal are independence, stealth, ruthlessness to its foes, and loyalty to the tribe. The wolf can never be tamed, whereas almost every other animal, including the lion, can be tamed using one way or another. It is a shy animal and is very hard to spot. In a pack of wolves, the leader of the group walks behind everyone while silently observing the rest of the crew and screening for potential threats. The symbol of power example. According to some sources, the word sigma means power or powerful one. Also in general math, uppercase sigma notation is used for the summation or addition of any kind of numbers. Therefore, an argument can be made that the Sigma male or female is a powerful person that possesses, to some extent, the characteristics of all the archetypes of the socio-sexual hierarchy. In other words, a true Sigma male can alone be considered more powerful, thus making him avoid the group in many cases, not because he is intimidated, but because it simply isn't worth it for him. The life of a Sigma male and the values that he lives by are very different from those of the others. He is unique in the sense that few people are able to think like him, understand his worldview, or complement his personal goals in a way that a strong friendship or relationship can be built. Let us try and take a look at what his life may look like. Work or mission. Since the Sigma male lives outside the hierarchy, he is usually not subjected to the petty drama and power games that come with being a part of the group. The kind of work he does usually involves some kind of inventing, creating, or problem solving. Sure, he may often come across people in a professional environment or in social settings. He may even become a part of an organization. But still, his engagement with the group is limited. The Sigma is not likely to assert himself unnecessarily and uses pure knowledge and experience to influence the people in his organization. He is very observant and has mastered the art of reading people to their core. Whereas the alpha leader uses aggressive and expressive forms of communication to persuade, the Sigma leader does quite the opposite. In a cold and detached manner, he understands his people and is very well aware of their motivations and fears. Fully confident in his observations about their psychological makeup, he commands concisely and in a way that his subordinates collect more meaning out of his every word. This ensures that he can get everything done with less and less pushing. Family and personal life. The Sigma male is mysterious to the core. He reveals very little about himself and his personal life to the outside public. He understands that it is mostly self-interest that motivates people, and being an open book, will make him vulnerable to fair weather friends and to his enemies' plots. So he conceals his important facets of life, things related to money, career status, and the important moves that he will make to advance himself or his organization. He usually has very few friends, but his friendships are meaningful and are usually based on some common cause. Because of his elusive character, the Sigma male attracts a lot of women in his life. He knows how to build attraction and slowly reveal his personality, in a way that there always seems to be something new coming up. He may engage himself in many casual relationships, but when it comes down to it, he prefers to make a life partner out of a person whom he knows is going to be there for him when things get real and tough. Once he has a family, he is deeply loyal to it. Similarly, a Sigma female would prefer a partner that she knows will not leave her alone in the face of tough circumstances. Communication and discipline. Arguably, the Sigma male is by far the most disciplined person amongst all. This is because a true Sigma male is full of potential and aggressive energy. Without any self-control, such qualities will bring a lot of chaos and disaster. So, the Sigma will have to invest a lot of his energy into silencing and controlling himself along with his actions. They can sometimes exhaust themselves or get depressed, but over time with practice, they increase their self-control. A Sigma male is truly a master of his own emotions. He speaks very less, but knows exactly what to say, when to say, and how to say. Since the Sigma male represents a person who shuns being a part of the hierarchy, Sigma leadership represents a kind of leadership that is either passive or revolutionary in nature. When compared to the Alpha leadership, which is overt and relatable, the Sigma leadership is usually covert. This means that if he has to lead, the Sigma male prefers to lead from the shadows, drawing less and less attention towards himself. Not only in our current age, but throughout history, commanders, generals, and other kinds of leaders can be regularly seen which embrace the Sigma philosophy to achieve their goals. Let's take a look at some of the more important organizations where the leadership can be identified as Sigma. Secret societies. Secret societies are societies that are founded and operated privately, generally motivated by some cause that might be threatening or capable of disruption for the more powerful establishment. Conspiracy theories have surrounded them for centuries, with rumors of groups like the Illuminati being linked to everything from the French Revolution to the assassination of JFK. Intelligence agencies. The operations and activities of any secret intelligence organization are not only complicated, but are also very precarious. Stealth and an aim for perfection are necessary for the achievement of goals. It is a must for any intelligence official to be fully aware of the risks and to have up-to-date information so that they can plan accordingly and make important decisions, while at the same time being fairly detached from the in-field stuff. Revolutions. There is no question that the leader or orchestrator of any revolution is the most vulnerable person. Leading from the front may seem honorable and good for inspiring the masses, but if for whatever reason the leader is disabled, it becomes difficult and even impossible for the cause to prevail. So it is often best to lead from the back and remain mysterious. This not only keeps them safe, but also creates a certain myth around the person, increasing respect and creating more influence in the process. Sigma male versus alpha male. Whereas an alpha male can be considered as loud, dominating, and social, a Sigma male is strong, silent, and independent. The alpha male enjoys the topmost position of the hierarchy. He has complete access to all the resources, but he is also held responsible for everything. He commands or pushes around everyone else within the group, and everyone listens to him and obeys him. He will not hesitate to use force if anyone were to either disobey or create problems. Now, on the other hand, the Sigma male may share some of the same characteristics, such as aggression, potential for leadership, and great observational skills. but he does not like to assert himself directly and is not much involved in the group dynamics. Both the alphas and sigmas are extremely attractive to the opposite sex, but for very different reasons. The presence of the sigma almost always feels threatening to the alpha, because the alpha thinks that he may take his females and resources or establish a power base of his own. Sigma male versus omega male. The omega male is the social outcast. For reasons outside of his control, he failed to position himself at a worthy place within the group or organization. His lack of confidence is evident from his body language. He is absolutely quiet, to the point that he doesn't even get noticed in any social gatherings. That is, if he gets to be there, which he often doesn't. The dark side of the omega male is that he can be self-absorbed to the core, all the time preoccupied with his own thoughts, and as a result creates an inner world to escape from the failures in the real one. Now, the omega and the sigma male have a thing in common. They are both quiet and stealthy, but other than that, everything else is contrasting. Whereas the omega doesn't get attention, the sigma doesn't want attention. The omega is greatly behind in the mental and social capabilities, whereas the sigma is extremely capable, sometimes exceeding even the alpha in this regard. And because there cannot be two swords in one sheath, the silence of the sigma is for the better. The cool and calm confidence of the sigma male would often make people wonder, where does it come from? How can someone be so comfortable and poised on their own? Because for most people, self-confidence comes as a byproduct of social success. Here are three main reasons of the elusive sigma confidence. Not giving a damn. The true sigma male simply doesn't care about being inherently likable. He or she only cares about what other people think when they have extrinsic reasons. In fact, most of the time, the sigma mentality will inevitably make other people frown, or in rare cases, cause a person to be ostracized, which is why it is both difficult and dangerous to adopt the sigma mindset for a person whose primary aim in life is to be considered likable. A lot going on the inside. Sigma's intelligence and creativeness is undoubtedly greater than the norm, which is why it won't be surprising to discover that the sigma male is full of unique ideas. When such a person voluntarily chooses to develop his or her mental capabilities, they will develop new skills, raising their confidence in the process. Authority outside of the hierarchy. The world we live in is a social world. People engage and work with each other in groups or congregations, and the status of a person or the way they can be categorized may vary depending on which group or hierarchy one is referring to. In other words, social status is very subjective in nature. The alpha leader of one group may be considered as a delta or beta in some other group. Similarly, when you encounter a supposed sigma that is seemingly very confident, it might be possible that he is considered an alpha somewhere else.